He is the scariest alien monster in history. None of them. Just in 1979, when TV sets were not universal, it was even more difficult to watch a movie. However, a friend named Ridley made 5 sci-fi thrillers that shocked the world at that time. One film was born with a production cost of 11 million yuan, and nearly $183 million were taken out of the audience's pockets. He redefined the genre of sci-fi horror films, which can be said to be the originator of such films. At the beginning of the story, a commercial cargo spacecraft with 20 million tons of ore. Driving in the dark and lonely space, the 7 astronauts on board were dormant. Suddenly, the central control computer received a signal from Satan, and this signal was an invitation letter from death. Then the silent astronauts were awakened, and the gears of tragedy began to turn from this moment. Then everyone started to eat with laughter, but when they returned to the cockpit, they found that the spacecraft was out of the scheduled route. Originally, according to the plan, they should have arrived in the solar system, but now they were still doing the job. Soon Captain Dallas found the reason, and the spacecraft automatically changed its itinerary. After all, they were not philanthropists. Xiaohei died in an instant, and everyone had no choice but to hold the bullet and go there. Fortunately, they found out where they were, but they didn't know that they had stepped into a huge conspiracy. Soon the spacecraft entered an unknown planet, but when the spacecraft landed at that time, the spacecraft suffered severe damage due to excessive external airflow. City Xiaohei and Brett needed to repair the hull, which originally took 17 hours to complete, but in order to make everyone aware of the importance of engineers, Xiaohei deliberately delayed the time to 25 hours. Then everyone monitored the environment outside the spacecraft. They found that the air of this asteroid was filled with high concentration of ethane and carbon dioxide, and the temperature was more than 20 degrees below zero. It was hard to imagine what kind of creatures would survive in such a harsh climate. So the captain led the co-captain and navigator Lan Potter off the ship to track the signal source. But the computer could receive signals from unknown creatures every 15 seconds. At this time, they were less than 2 kilometers away from the signal source. Not long after, they found a peculiar spaceship. Then, they entered the spaceship through a circular entrance. When they followed the passage to the control room of the spaceship, they were surprised to find a huge alien corpse. Due to the age, the body had already become a fossil. What surprised them even more was that the giant sternum was curved outward, as if something had drilled out of his chest. This scene made them feel incredible, so they decided to continue to explore. After a while, Kane found another extremely strange cave and saw a lot of egg-shaped things in the first room. Driven by curiosity, Tyne looked like something suddenly pounced on her protective shield. Kane fainted directly.